There are about 100 diseases that have a dementia as a result. The kind of symptoms that you would see are a loss of short-term memory, an element of confusion, not being able to communicate because they lose their train of thought. They might have problems with vision, which is not anything to do with their eyes, it's to do with the messages from their eyes to their brain. So if they see a rug, it might appear as a hole to them. So there are all sorts of things to do with daily life that really make it very difficult for them.
People with dementia may become withdrawn, they may become moody, they may have behavioural problems, some of which are more consistent with some types of dementia than with others. They may become aggressive, they may lose their inhibitions, and just their behaviour, the way they normally behave, changes.
In terms of helping my mother, finding the right PA was incredibly important because it was very difficult, certainly in the early stages with my mother, when I knew that she needed help with things like preparing meals and basically just in terms of getting ready, getting dressed, getting bathed. She was having a lot of difficulty with that, even though she couldn't admit it. And she didn't want the help from me, so I knew that she needed the help. So having access to a PA seemed like the best solution in that situation.
When you first meet somebody with dementia, the main thing is to smile, to be chatty. It's important to try and find out something about them before you meet them, so that you know what's important to them, you know what kind of things they like.
Somebody with dementia might find certain situations more difficult. For example, you need to act with courtesy. You shouldn't talk down to them or treat them as if they are in a childlike way, because that affects the respect for themselves. If you're in a situation with other people and you're having a conversation, you need to include them in the conversation, not talk over them. It
can be quite frustrating because you have a lot of the same conversations over and over again, because people with dementia don't remember that they've told you before. And you have to act as if you've not heard that story before or you've not had that conversation before, because to them, they haven't had it before.
It's very important to offer simple choices. A person with dementia might not be able to process complex questions. So instead of asking a question like, what jumper would you like to wear today? You would ask them a question which has a yes or no answer. So would you like to wear the blue jumper today?
Another challenge is that they might not remember you. You know, you may think you're building up quite a good relationship with them, and you go to see them and they don't remember who you are. So you just have to take that in your stride, really.
To a certain degree, she's not my mother anymore because she is not the person that I knew. She can't take care of herself in the way that she used to. She was always very stylish and fashionable, and a lot of that has declined now. And it's very hard to see this person who I know took great pride in herself and her appearance, not being able to do that for herself anymore.
It is a stressful thing to look after somebody with dementia. It takes a lot of time, and you know, their focus is taken away from things that they would normally focus on to have to look after their relative.
It's been incredibly beneficial for me because I'm basically doing this on my own. We don't have too many relatives here, and I'm an only child, so it's been very helpful to have that support and that backup. And frankly, it's just been great to have another ear, somebody else who sees my mother on a regular basis, and you know, she'll say, oh, guess what your mum did today, and we can have a bit of a laugh about it, or I can, you know, tell her something, and I've got somebody else to sort of talk to about things, because it's not, if you don't have someone to talk to about some of this, sometimes it can feel like you're living in a bit of a vacuum. And so it's been very beneficial. We've formed quite a friendship, actually, the PA and I.
The most rewarding thing about working with somebody with dementia is the effect that it has on their family. Families are often struggling to look after somebody with dementia, and the individual often only wants their family to look after them. So it gets to be quite a stressful time for the family. So if, as a PA, you can come in and take some of that burden from the family, then you know that makes it a very rewarding thing for the PA to do?
I think somebody would want to be a PA because they really would be in a position to support someone who is still capable of having a good quality of life and just needs a little bit of extra care. And I think there would be a lot of value in knowing that you were able to support somebody to achieve that.